Costume Design Wallace Group Subgroup 3. The members are Farah Inshira, Emily Tang, Eun Ik-kyung, Neo Hickey, and Ernest Tan. Costume established the style of the production and show help the audience understand what type of show they are seeing and connects what we have learned and our ability to interact with the audience. Costume is mainly differentiated into different genres such as cosplays, mascot, children holidays and festival, national costume and theatrical costume, and different genres have different art of expression to the viewers. Costume is a style of dress including garment, accessories, and hairstyle, especially characteristic of a particular country, period, or people. Why do we choose this subgroup? We choose costume as we believe the importance and significance of the development of the character through costume, and we have a passion for sketching to let our imagination run wild and have endless creativity. We also have a dream to see actors and actresses wearing what we have planned for them to express their emotions so as to fit in the theme and have a great responsibility of the representation of the character. It is also interesting to further understand the character, how they thought, and their action and behavior so as to create the appropriate costume.
What do we want to achieve through this project? Costume team members could have a further and deeper understanding of the costumes founded so as to be more interested in fashion. We could also create deeper bonds with one another to further understand each other better and work together as one to master teamwork. We also hope that our costume that we produce will encourage our audience to know about the hard work we have put in for the project and receive recognition and learn and gain more knowledge about costumes. We would also want the judges to understand the history and culture of costume through the one we have presented. Which part of the text we are working about and why? We are working on chapters 16 to 27 because it depicts the journey from where Michael want and desire to bring Mina to see Scarlett to where it changes very much of interaction to that Scarlett reveals his real identity and open up his mind. We want the viewers to understand the journey that Michael and Mina took and its difficulties faced by both of them to cope and took great care of Scarlett. This is a main transitional part of the text whereby further development depends on how these chapters grow and develop of the character and its changes in behavior and opinions. Area of research. We have to research for costume information, its history, and how different types of color in different costumes have such a varying changes of the mood and the kind of character it possesses through online tools. There are also various types of costumes such as theatrical design, historical, fantastical, dance, and modern, and we would need to understand the different aspects and functionality of it. We also need to repeatedly read the chapter related to the project so that we could judge correctly and accurately what kind of costume designs it suits for the character covered so as to have a better understanding of how the character is portrayed.
Importance of costume design in theatre. Costume design is important because it immediately supports the characters in the story being told. It helps an actor find his or her character. When it comes right down to it, if the actors are not believable as their characters, the audience won't suspend their disbelief. Costumes give the audience an idea of characters or group's personality or attitude, the time frame of the show, and make the show more convincing for the audience. Costume design can help the audience figure out in which historical period a play is set, as well as the local in which it occurs. Certain time periods revert certain silhouettes of clothing.
Why is costume important in a play? The costumes are like a second scheme of performance. The characters are visually incomplete without them. It's very important to work with costume designers that are able to communicate the messages that are trying to express accurately and realistically. They complete the character and they really influence the way we play the part. How costume can help in enhancing a character's personality. A costume can reveal much about a firm character. For example, a character's social and economic class can be represented through the style and quality of her or his shoes, clothes, and jewelry, and whether those clothes are clean and fresh or tattered and soiled. Clothing also expresses a character's unique personality traits and self-images and their thoughts and ideas so that the viewers can understand them more.
What kind of costume design has been chosen by the group? We have thought of making the wing through wireframe and cellophane paper for background usage, while for the feathers, we could apply paper cutting slits in them and pasting onto the wing. We also created drafts before reaching the final product and started off with whatever clothing we could obtain as trail to develop it further. How does our subgroup contribute to the overall project? We strongly believe that costume is a crucial and important part of a theatrical play, as a successful play must have costumes specially developed for the actors to fit in the theme of that specific play. We also work well together and communicate well with the various subgroups, such as acting and stage, to develop bonds and help one another when faced with difficulties or questions. Thus, everyone divides our time equally so as to relieve the jobs and not to be a one-man show and create a nice costume.
Group reflection. Our strength is that we work together harmoniously and agree with the same task so as to prevent unnecessary arguments and break the team spirits, and share the tasks at work equally and remain focused on our task at hand. However, we should have started earlier instead of doing last minute work and not rushing against time, and prepare earlier and plan a schedule ahead to make sure we do not have a panic situation occurring and research more about the topic. Thank you for your kind attention.